What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back up upon Mount Soapbox for yet another rant with tradition almost each and every Sunday. As long as I or you have a rant worth ranting about, I will do it. By the way, if you have a rant suggestion for next Sunday, let me know below in the comments section. This rant actually is kind of a spin-off of last week's rant regarding the free mode events. Now, during that rant, I discussed my issue with the fact that the monies from the free mode events do not wire directly into your Maze bank account, as I think they should, because after the free mode events are over, everybody just starts killing each other again. In other words, players end up losing more money after the free mode events because within 5 seconds or 2 or 3 seconds, they get murdered. Now that little idea spawned this very rant. In other words, my rants are very organic. Sometimes I plan them out, sometimes it's just circumstance, something happens in the game that really irks me, and it becomes a rant, or it's something that pisses you off, and then I read about it in the comment section. I'm like, hey, you know, he or she has a point, that's worthy of being a rant. That's the way this rant is going, because for example, when it comes to monies in the game, we get certain things automatically wired to our Maze bank accounts, like the daily objectives, $25,000. Whenever you complete that, goes directly into your Maze bank account. The same thing that goes with heist money, whether it's a setup missions or the finale, always goes directly into the Maze bank. You do not have to deposit it manually. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for everything else, like the jobs, races, death matches, captures, survivals, LTSs, good behavior money, that 2Gs you get every now and then for, you know, kind of sort of behaving. Of course, bounties, etc. You have to manually deposit that money into your Maze bank account. Now, once upon a time, it made sense to have quote-unquote cash because there were some things in free mode that would only be purchasable via cash, like the soda machines and impound at the police station. However, Rockstar has tweaked those to where you no longer need cash in order to buy soda or get your ride out of impound. It comes directly out of your Maze bank account. In other words, the Grand Theft Auto Online world has become one step closer to a cashless society, thus allowing the Illuminati lizard people to take full control over Grand Theft Auto Online. Okay, seriously. What is the point in having the cash option in Grand Theft Auto Online if we no longer use it? Well, there's still one thing that gamers use it for, and that is sharing. That's right, sharing is caring. After you and a friend or friends do a bounty together, take out a target, or an airplane, or one of those armored trucks, some gamers like to share the wealth. They like to split the monies earned from the convenience store robberies and elsewhere to everyone else participating, whether it's a 50-50 or, you know, 25 all or whatever. Other than that, I cannot see any other reason to keep the cash option in Grand Theft Auto Online. But what if there was a better way? What if we could have our cake and eat it too, without the cash option in Grand Theft Auto Online? What I'm talking about, the ability to wire money from your Maze bank account to, say, a friend's bank account. Now, bear in mind, this idea will probably never come to pass, and there's probably a laundry list of reasons why Rockstar will most likely never do this. It could probably be exploited, glitched, abused, and possibly used by the Black Hat modders to drain your Maze bank account. Now, maybe not. I don't know. There should be some safeguards, obviously, for this idea. But nevertheless, let's just play with it. Let's just throw it out there and see what happens. Now, the reason why I like adding a wire option to our Maze bank accounts is because we all have a friend, our crewmate, that is really working hard to raise money, grinding missions, doing heists in order to buy that supercar or that Pegasus vehicle or that apartment that they've been wanting for quite some time now. What if you and I could help our friend out? What if we could have the option on the Maze bank account page, as long as they're actually a friend of yours on the PC, Xbox Live, or PlayStation Network, you select wire money. Then, of course, you select the friend. You have a list of friends on there. You click on the friend. Then you have an amount, several amounts to choose from, similar to the deposit amounts. $100, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, maybe even up to $100,000 max. and then you select the amount you want to transfer. They ask, are you sure you want to transfer this money to so-and-so? And then, of course, you click to confirm. The amount is wired from your account to your friend's account. But before it becomes official, they get an email from the in-game email accounts that we have now, thanks to the Heist update. From Maze Bank, it says, your friend so-and-so just wired you $25,000. Click here to confirm, and once it's confirmed, the money is officially transferred to your friend's account. And there's obviously going to be a cooldown period for this so that you're not constantly transferring money to everybody. Perhaps we could use the same amount of time that it takes to sell a new vehicle, which is a full day in the game, equivalent to 48 minutes in real time. So after 48 minutes, you can transfer more money to your friend's account or to somebody else's account. Now, as I mentioned, I'm sure that Rockstar will never do this idea, and it might be a bad idea. You may think this is completely stupid, but my reasoning for this is I think it would be a cool notion to have the ability to help a friend out, and for a friend to have the ability to help you out if you need an extra $25,000 or $100,000 in order to buy that Zentorno supercar, whatever. Plus, it's technically your money. That's right, the money in the Maze Bank account in your account is your money, and we should have the right to spend it on apartments, on cars, Pegasus vehicles, clothing, weapons, and we should also have the ability to help others out, as long as, certain criteria and safeguards are in place. However, I don't really see that idea happening, but at the same time, I would still very much like for all of our money to start being wired directly to our Maze Bank account for our jobs, races, death matches, capture survivals, LTSs, as well as the good behavior money, because hey, I seriously need that 2Gs. But everything else, okay, I get that. I understand bounties and all the other free mode stuff, the activities and events and challenges. Perhaps all that should continue to be doled out as cash, maybe with a certain limitation. After, say, $10,000 or $20,000, because you can win a few bucks if you get first place in some of the free mode events. That is when the cutoff happens, and then it automatically gets wired into your Maze Bank account as a safety precaution in the highly likely event that you get murdered within 2 or 3 seconds after the event has concluded.